Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is your girl Brandy. If you are new here, if you're not, welcome back. So I don't know what this video is going to consist of as of yet, but just know I am reading and I wanted to come and talk to you guys about what I am reading. It's one of those books that was not on my anticipated reads list this year. However, it did release this year and I've seen a lot of people talking about it, and I had the opportunity to get it gifted to me from Aardvark. So I was like, what the heck, let's just jump right into it. I don't want to let this book linger around on my bookshelves for a long time. I want to go ahead and read it while the topic is still hot. That way I can kind of converse with people that are currently reading it as well. And that is Death of the Author. Now, I took the sleeve off because I've been just reading it like this without the sleeve because it's just better that way. Plus, I don't want the sleeve of this book to be messed up. But you guys, this is so freaking good. So freaking good. So, from my understanding, it is lit fic with Sci-Fi incorporated. So if you don't know anything about this book, it's like a 2-in-1. So the author, Nandi Okafor, she wrote this novel about a author who is also writing a book called Rusted Robots. Now, I know you guys have seen the special edition copy of this book where when they open it up, it's another book on the inside, and that's the Rusted Robot book. So the Rusted Robots book is sci-fi, and the actual story is lit fic, and I'm enjoying it. So I am on chapter 13, so I'm 100 pages in exactly, and I am really enjoying it. I don't really read a lot of sci-fi. I don't read sci-fi at all, actually. I don't even remember ever reading sci-fi, but what I can say is this author, she is not new to me. I've read, I think, 2 of her other books. I can't remember the names. I can't remember the premises. But when I was looking at her catalog yesterday, I was like, wait a minute, I read those books. So she's not new to me, but I'm going to say she's new to me because I don't remember nothing on nothing. So let's talk about this book. So we have a female main character. Her name is Zilu. I'm thinking I'm pronouncing that correctly. Zilu is an author, and she is also a professor, some type of instructor, professor, or whatever. And she is in Trinidad for her sister's wedding. And while she's in Trinidad for her sister's wedding, she gets a phone call. And this phone call is her job firing her from her teaching position. And then right after she gets the news, or yeah, I guess you could say the news that she's fired, she also gets some more disturbing news that her book flopped once again. So not only is she on vacation, she's at her sister's wedding and she's getting all of this bad news. So when she goes back home, she's going to be unemployed and have no book deal, period, right? So and that's in a synopsis. That's in a synopsis. So of course she doesn't have any income coming in, so she has to move back home with her parents. And she's living with her parents to get back up on her feet, not to stay there. And so during her time of living with her parents, applying for more jobs and stuff like that, she starts writing her new book, which is called Rusted Robots. And this book is about to take her to places she didn't even think that this book would take her, because this is a book that she was writing just for herself and not necessarily to get out into the world. and she wrote the book and pushed it out to the world, and the world loves it. So now we get to follow her journey after publishing this book, and just following her journey, because she's still unemployed. She doesn't have a job. Like, yeah, she's an author, but she also had a 9-to-5 as well. I really like Zilu. She is a middle child. She is a rebel. She's hot-headed. She does what she wants to do. She does not stick to traditional norms. And her mindset, in order to write a book like this, you can tell that she don't stick to traditional norms. And I love the female main character so bad. Like, I'm reading more so for the lit fic part, but the sci-fi novel that she's writing, we get to read that as well, and it's pretty good. It's pretty interesting. Again, it's sci-fi, so I have to read those chapters pretty slow, because it's kind of like a dual timeline, but the second timeline is actually her book. So yeah, but so far so good. The writing style of this author is seamless. Okay, I love the way she writes. I love the way she is telling the story. It's seamless. It makes you just want to follow it. Like, I was literally sitting outside, just reading a book while I was sitting outside, and it was just seamless. And the chapters, they're not super long, but they're not super short either, like what we will be used to for like a thriller novel, but they go by quick because the story is so interesting. So I'm loving it so far, and I just wanted to bring you guys with my journey while reading this, because this is very different for me. Very different. So when I have another book update, I will be back to talk to you guys. I just wanted to go ahead and get this vlog started. Hey guys, so before I get into my nighttime reading, I just wanted to come and like give an update. I'm currently just chilling, laying down. I don't really feel like sitting up. I'm just super tired, but I want to read. So I wanted to give you guys an update because I feel like the plot is getting ready to thicken, and I don't want to get in the middle of the plot, the meat and potatoes, before I give you guys some more of my thoughts and opinions about the book, without any spoilers, of course. So one thing that I really love about the book is that the chapters are named. And what's so cool about the book is, because you guys know it's a book within a book, so for us to determine which book we are reading, the regular physical book that I'm actually reading has just regular name titles, and then the book that's within the book has little android or robots as asterisks for the title name. So I really like that. I like the fact that the titles are named. They're named and numbered, actually. Let me see. Yeah, they're named and numbered, and I really like that because we are getting like multiple point of views. And then of course we get into 2 books. So I really love that. And plus, the chapter names is kind of giving you a glimpse of what's going to go on in that chapter. So I really like that as well. This isn't a spoiler, but I realized I did not tell you guys that the female main character, Zilu, is disabled. And so because she is disabled and she's a middle child, her family treats her like, they're overprotective of her, and they are also hard on her, super hard on her. I think they're not trying to let up on her because she has the disability, but then in another sense, they are super overprotective over her, which makes sense because you're disabled, and yeah. So so far in the book, I've gotten to a point where she was offered something big. Of course, she wrote a book, so of course she was offered, to publish her book. But aside from that, she was also offered something else that's really, really big. And her family her family is showing that overprotective side of themselves. They're like, hell no. We don't want you to go through with it. And it kind of sucks because they're not really supportive of her anyway. And like, they just don't believe in her being an author at all. Like, they feel like that's not a good job. You can't make money doing that. So they're not really supportive of her craft and what she actually wants to do. Because their families are all made up of like doctors and lawyers and stuff like that. So they're not really supportive of her being an author. And they talk a lot of crap about it as well. So on top of already getting that from her family, and then she's being offered something really, really huge aside from being an author, and she really, really wants their support, and they're not supporting her. And so I am tabbing. Yeah, I'm actually writing in my book, which is so surprising to me. But she put, you all should be giving me the strength I don't have, she thought, because I'm terrified. I can't do this alone. So it sucks when you are trying to make a sound decision, and you want that family support and you don't have it. Like, it really sucks. And I mean, they are from Nigeria as well. So you guys know they are a little bit more different. They're a little bit more, I'm not going to say more headstrong, but they're really, really strict on their traditions. And they want things to go XYZ. They don't believe in, finding your own way. If everybody in his family is a doctor, then you need to be a doctor too. So they, that's how they are with her. And so this big offer that she got, they're just like not supportive of it. And it's something she really, really wants to do. And I just feel like you don't necessarily have to agree to what I am doing, but you can just support me and wish that whatever I'm trying to do goes well, especially with me being disabled, and not using that as a clutch, but because I'm disabled, I don't have equal opportunity as someone that is not. And you see, I'm trying to do my best here, and you see that I'm just trying to do the damn thing. I just need your support. Like, you don't have to agree with what I'm doing, but wish me well, because it's important to me. So that's why I currently am in a book. Y'all, this book is really, really good. I've been talking to my mutuals about this one because I know my sister-in-law read it and she loved it. And then a couple of my mutuals that I talk to like every day over on Bookstagram have read it. And a lot of us are saying this is our first sci-fi novel and we're really, really loving it. And I was taking my time with it, but I kind of want to go ahead and knock a big chunk of it out, because I only been taking my time because I really hadn't been having enough time to dedicate to it, especially because it's a physical book. So it's harder for me to read this like during downtime at work. But I really want to go ahead and knock a big chunk of it out, because I feel like in chapter 20, I'm getting to the meat and potatoes. So yeah, I'm gonna sit here and read some more, and I'll be back when I got another update on this book. that's really pissing me off. Every time Zilu does something good, her family likes to acknowledge what she didn't do instead of acknowledging the good that she did do. Like, she can say, hey family, I made a strawberry cake. And they be like, yeah, Zilu, but you shouldn't have made that strawberry cake. We all told you not to make that strawberry cake. And what? Like, what? I made the strawberry cake because we needed a strawberry cake. And now the strawberry cake is good as hell and y'all eating it up. But y'all gonna talk about the negative before y'all acknowledge the positive that I did. I don't like when people do that. All they see is negative. They forget or don't even acknowledge the positive things that you are doing. Instead, they want to focus on the negative things and or what you're not doing. Like, be for real. And she's grown. She's 35 years old. So, be for real. Y'all, so I'm reading, right? And I've been pretty much reading all day. I got a lot of reading done at work today. But I wanted to come and tell you guys this disrespectful line that I found in the book. And it says, she was basically getting ready to play some music. The female main character, Zilu, was getting ready to play some music. And she was describing what she was getting ready to play. So it says, a waka flocka flame. And then in quotes, it says, an old school rapper whose music she vibed with for no reason other than that she liked his voice. Old school? What? How is music that we used to listen to yesterday considered old school today? Excuse me? Hey y'all, so I finally finished Death of the Author. As y'all can see, I ended up getting the ebook because I was tearing this book up, okay? This book was so freaking good. This week they end up having some special deal for the ebook. I think it was like one day it was like $6.99 and then another day it was like $1.99. So I was like, what the heck, I need it because it's just better for me to read my books via Kindle when I'm at work because I can just navigate, move around a little bit quicker, and I don't have to tote my book around because I got tons of reading done, especially on lunch break at work. And so it was just better for me to have the ebook easily accessible. And I am so happy that I read this book. Now, I already told you guys it was outside of my norm. I do not read sci-fi. And this one was just outside of my norm, but it was one that I've just been seeing around. Like, all of my mutuals have been reading it. Some that I don't even think read sci-fi. So I was like, what the hell? Let's just make this my Aardvark pick. When I chose my reads for Aardvark, I wanted to get a book that was already on my TBR, a book from a new to me author, and then a book outside of my norm. So this one was the book outside of my norm, and y'all, I loved it. Like, I will reread this book because it was just so good. I love the female main character. I love how she was the middle child. She was breaking those traditions. Like, she just broke the traditions, the traditional norms for people that are from Nigeria. I had no clue about. I didn't realize that they were so stuck in their ways, very much different from what I'm used to. And, you know, some of the stuff I just couldn't agree with, and it was pissing me off. It was really making me mad, but it was also making the female main character mad as well. And so that's why I really, really liked her a lot. We did get a plot twist, and the plot twist was mind blown, because I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming. I really wasn't even looking for a plot twist. I was just reading for the vibes. But someone did tell me that there was a plot twist. So after they told me that there was a plot twist, I just kept on reading until I got to the plot twist. I was anticipating a plot twist once I was notified that there will be one. This book is really good. I just highly recommend. I know a lot of times, sometimes we can have fear of missing out. And sometimes we're just easily influenced by these influencers. And I want to be that influencer to influence you to pick this up. Even if you're a romance girly, if you are a thriller girly, even if lit fic is your thing, I think you will enjoy this one. So the difference between the ebook and the physical book, and I want to mention this because I did mention to you guys about the book inside of a book, right? And how it was so easy for us to distinguish which book we were reading. When you get the ebook, the chapter titles are not exactly how the chapter titles are in the physical book. So in the physical book, there are numbers plus chapter titles. And then for the book that's within the book, there's a asterisk that is shaped like an android so that it can notify the reader what part of the book you're reading, right? Whereas in the ebook, there's no android asterisk. But what I did recognize is that the font is a little bit different. So the font does change up so that you will realize that you are in a different part of the book. But I think it's easy to miss because for a minute, like I knew what I was reading because I was already 40% into the book by the time I switched over to the ebook. But for someone that's just going straight in, I feel like it's going to be a little bit harder to kind of catch on and knowing that you're reading that second book. But other than that, the book was great. It was really, really good. I'm glad to have it on my bookshelf. I'm glad, and I'm displaying this book because it's super dope. So I'm putting it back where it was. I rearranged my bookshelf and this one was displayed. I'm going to put this back where it was. And I hope that I have influenced you guys to pick this one up because I enjoyed it. It's not hard to understand. Like, majority of the story is the lit fic part. But when you do get to the swap where you're getting to where the author is writing their book, if you're not into sci-fi or if you're just not into that stuff, it's going to be hard to grasp. But I don't think it's something that is going to turn you off from the book and make you DNF the book. I think you are just going to continue to read because you're going to let the story run its course. I think you're going to just continue to read until you see how everything connects. And with that, I'm leaving you guys with that. Those are my final thoughts on this book. I really enjoyed it. And if they had more books like this, like if there was a part 2, if this was a series, I would definitely continue the series. I can't say that I'm going to be interested in reading more from the author. I guess I will have to just see what the premise is and everything like that to see if it's something that I will even be interested in. But other than that, highly recommend, okay? Pick the book up, check and see if the book is still on sale. I am actually recording this the week of the sale for the ebook. So by the time you guys see this, it'll still be the sale week of the ebook. So if I've influenced you and you don't want to spend a lot of coin, go on Amazon and see if the ebook is still on sale. If it is, get it and just read it and give it a chance. If you gotten this far in the video, I really, really appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, ta-ta.